need to send help after I watched The Return to Silent Hill. So let's talk send help because I watched it a couple days ago. And
Hey.
Phil, I'm gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I respect you so much. I think you undersold this movie.
Oh,
I love it. I actually was really into this movie. I'm giving it a solid 8 out of 10.
I called it.
I thought it was really strong through and through. I thought the third act was really good. I actually really enjoyed how it ended. I thought it was a little funny and kind of scary and unsettling. I thought that's how I would describe this whole movie. Is I think very unsettling. I think there's so much of this movie that like just really was like, oh, I don't know. Some good nasty gore stuff too, by the way, which really got me. Where I'm sitting in the theater. Oh, and actually, hold on before I continue this review. Phil, ask me, what format did I watch this movie in?
Format did you watch this movie in, Izzy?
I watched this. I watched this in AMC's famous Dolby Atmos, like large screen theater. Never done that before. Did it on accident. I didn't realize I spent all that money on that, and I was like, "Why is it so expensive?" Because I went to an AMC, and I was like, "Holy crap, I get it. This is the coolest thing ever." I was silently geeking to myself, but that helped a lot. The presentation was definitely there. But I don't know, dude. This movie just kind of worked for me. It was really funny. The humor got me, like, a lot. I was laughing so much. Everything from Rachel McAdams just, like, being a freaking geek and, like, weird. And Dylan O'Brien. My heart and soul, right? My absolute pride and joy. Not my kid. Dylan O'Brien, you are fantastic. I'm so happy you're getting the recognition now. I'm so happy you're in things again. Like, public. I mean, unless I'm wrong, I haven't seen you in a thing since. I mean, obviously it's Twinless, but I haven't seen you in anything in Twinless since whatever. I love you, and I'm so happy you're getting your due because he's incredible in this movie. Everyone is shouting out Rachel McAdams, so I don't think there's much for me to say. I want to shout out Dylan O'Brien because of how much I love him. I think he's phenomenal in this movie. I think he's so funny. He's so funny. You were so right about the facial expressions.
He was very funny, bro.
His facial expressions, his little, like every time he hit, like, any sort of, like, stank face is what I'll call it. Anytime he hit, like, any sort of, like, egotistical loser face. And his damn laugh, so good. So freaking good. I love Sam Raimi's horror style. I genuinely do. I've never seen a Sam Raimi horror movie. I wouldn't call Multiverse of Madness a horror movie at all. But
Marvel.
I think it's definitely, like, creepy or whatever. But, like, I think it has the horror bits, but it's not a horror movie. This first Sam Raimi horror movie I thought was so good. And I didn't think it was super scary, but I thought it was deeply unsettling, and I thought it was scary when it needed to be. And I think it was scary in a way that I wasn't expecting. The plane crash, not awesome. I was about to say awesome, but it was awesome. Like, look, that was really brutal. And I think that's probably what this movie was more so. It was more brutal than scary. I think the freaking... the douchebag guy, his tie gets stuck on the thing, and he's hitting his head on the glass, and I'm just like, like, awesome moments for me. A lot of that for me, right? If you're sitting next to me in the theater, and I'm just hitting one of these, like, oh, no. Just some really good stuff, and I thought it was, again, fairly consistent throughout. There was never a point where I was bored. I was fairly interested, really anticipating sort of every little thing that was, like, about to come up. You see that boat for the first time, you're like, oh no. And then you see the freaking other boat come little, no. You know, and, like, I feel like you sort of get, like, a nice little, like, spoon feeding of little bits and things going on that kept me in.
Yeah.
But I think what really carries this movie is Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. Their chemistry's so good. Their characters are so funny. And I don't know, man. I really loved it.
What did you think of? Well, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions here. So the first one, what did you think of the thing I mentioned in the last episode, Dylan O'Brien's compilation of him?
Oh, so funny! I was laughing so hard. I thought that was awesome. Genuinely, so good. I told you,
man. Really I thought that was funny, man. I just couldn't get over it. He was like in the middle of one of them. What did you think of the scene where Rachel McAdams cuts off Dylan O'Brien's thingy? Fantastic. Oh my gosh. The anticipation, me watching that scene and just being like,
Oh my gosh, stop. Like, don't, no. So good. So good, dude, genuinely. I think that was the point that, like, completely sold me on the movie, where I was just, and I was pretty far in. But, like, I was in, you know, but that I was like, oh, I'm in, you know? Like, this movie is weird and very, like, not afraid, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They got me. Spoiler alert, they don't actually cut off his balls. I thought they would. They did
I
not
wish
cut
they
off.
would, to be honest.
Nah.
Just to make it super scary.
It did make the scene funny. Like, it made the scene very
Yes.
funny after. And just him, like, all, like, nerved up and just like...
He's like,
So good. So freaking good. I thought the scene with Dylan O'Brien's wife, or fiance, showing up, really scary. The whole time, I'm like, oh, she's gonna do it. No. Like,
yeah.
you kind of have that feeling for, I think, a good chunk of the movie where you're just kind of unsettled by Rachel McAdams. My friend put it best. I never felt bad for either of them. Respectfully. Yeah. Rachel McAdams, she, like, sure, she gets disrespected at work. She doesn't get credit where she deserves it. And she was promised something and wasn't given it. Treated unfairly. Respectfully, you're also very weird. And you do make also the people, like, not the top level dogs, but just the people you're around very uncomfortable. Like, you don't understand boundaries, you don't understand personal space, you're acting weird. And then to her slowly get that sort of control on the island, you're not also maybe the best person to be in control, respectfully.
Yeah.
Dylan O'Brien, a douchebag for the entire movie, doesn't really change. And I think that's what's really cool about this movie too, is these characters don't really change at all. There isn't much growth between the two of them. They're kind of both just awful people.
Honestly, I'm just thinking about it now. I'm just playing with this idea. But I kind of did feel bad for Rachel McAdams' character, only because I feel like Dylan O'Brien's character made her go over that edge. Because if you think about it, though, she instantly starts helping him, instantly starts feeding him this food to keep him alive, instantly builds him shelter, gets him water, and she slowly, the more he says the rude stuff he does, the more he gets super terrible, where he instantly stops hiding how he truly feels about her, is when she instantly snaps. Now, I do agree with you on the part where it's like, oh, if somebody really set her off the edge with her having this type of power, she could go off like that. Yeah, that wasn't the best thing, and maybe you really shouldn't have power. But then again, Dylan O'Brien's character was putting her over the edge, like, big time.
For sure. And I think you're right, but also, like, does that justify, like, sure, she didn't actually cut off his balls, but does that justify her killing his fiance because the random guy that was just helping because she was like, no, I can change him.
Yeah, that's one thing that I did want to point out that you did get right, though, because that was one scene in the theater where I was like, yeah, I don't really care what happens to either of you anymore. Like, at first I was like, Dylan O'Brien, I hope you survive, but after you killed his fiance and then the other guy who was innocent, I was like, yeah, I don't care.
I thought the final act was really, really good. Really fast. Fight? Yeah, my friend called the ex having he said a hotel. It was just a house. But when it popped up, I did, like, out loud go, you got it, you called it. Like, I kind of got really excited. But yeah, I thought the final fight was super good. I like that change of like this character you follow the whole movie is now the predator, and she's trying to get her prey, like she's trying to kill him near the end of that fight. But just like him putting his, like, poking her eye, like, I was like, no, stop, that's too much. And like the like biting his freaking shoulder and all that stuff, like, it's just so gory, so nasty, so gross, so weird. And I'm like, yes, awesome, this is freaking sick. Also leads to, I think, a phenomenal final scene where Dylan O'Brien sort of like, we don't know if he's lying, he probably was lying, just trying to get a pass, but like being like, I'm sorry, I was awful, like, I deserve whatever, and then freaking golf club to the head, bro. But he got Joel'd. That's all I'm saying. Like, really rough.
No, not my boy Joel.
Really rough. But I loved this movie, actually. I
knew you would.
It's currently number 2 on my list. I've only seen 5 movies, but I think it'll stay relative. I think it'll stay top 10, at worst top 11 or 12 by the end of the year. It was really, really good.
I knew you were going to really like this movie, man. I literally said you were going to give this an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I literally did, because
no, go
I just think I just think it fits. Well, it's not a bad thing. I just think like what you like and what you've talked about in the show, this like checked a lot of boxes
It
that I
does,
really
yeah.
feel like you would like mesh with really well. And I'm not saying like once again, it's not a bad thing. It's just that, once again, when I was describing it, it's just that I don't feel like this is for me. Like I
Hmm.
feel like this is for people though. Like there's definitely like Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien kill it. Sam Raimi's like directorial style is all over this. Like this is
It's
definitely
so
for the
weird.
people. Yeah, like this is for the people who love his movies, who love Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien, and who love those like. I mean, this was semi a rom com, kind of, but it
Would
was a
you call
very
it that?
messed up. I don't know what to call it. I feel like a horror that just goes very wrong, but in a good way. And that's such a weird archetype. But hey, that's Sam Raimi for you, bro.
Yeah.
But I respect it though. I do respect this movie. I just didn't fully mesh with it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you liked it, bro. Like I'm glad one of us did because I would have felt sad if both of us didn't like it because then I would have been like, dang, I really put Izzy off this movie. But I'm glad you liked it, bro.
No, yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thought it was great. Every joke hit. Last thing I'll say about it is the tuna scene was really funny. Where it's like all of it though, like all of it, not just like him seeing it on her face and him like looking at it. The scene where he's like, hey, he's like with his like other boss or like one of the execs, and he's like, what is this? Sniff it. And he's like, I'm not gonna sniff it. And he's like, sniff it. And then it does like close up of the nose. And then,
Yeah.
I was like, this is so funny. Like that's so awesome.
Have you noticed that Sam Raimi really loves those close-up shots? I think I
Yeah.
talked about it in the last podcast episode, but he really, even in the Spider-Man movies, the eyes,
Yeah,
he always
he loves
loves
close-ups.
those close-ups. But he does a good job on it. I'll give him that. He does a really good job of shooting those type of scenes because it's very intense, and you didn't know if something weird was gonna happen when he actually sniffed that tuna, bro.
Yeah, just great movie, great movie. But yeah, that's it. That's it for the episode. All right. Thank you guys for watching another episode of the Film Podcast. We review films the way that anyone can enjoy. Whether you're a new movies or season fan, of course, you're always in the right place.
For real.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify for you audio listeners. Woo woo! Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week for a pretty packed list. Hopefully I get to it.
Yes.
Hopefully I have a good trip in New York, so we'll see.
Don't miss next episode, man.
Don't miss next episode.